Welcome to part 3 of Kerbal Space Program without parachutes. This challenge prohibits me from using any parachutes or air brakes, meaning I have to plan out missions carefully and make sure not to burn too much fuel. Last time I conquered Kerbin's moons, and Duna is next. But before I do any of that, I need to go back to the moon and do some more missions. I made a few modifications to the rocket that would make my life much easier. This was mostly changing out a few parts to reduce the wobbling during launch. I also made a lot of changes to the lander module, and this is what it ended up looking like in the end. The rocket was a little overkill with the new mainsail engines, but too much is better than too little. I don't have too much to say about this mission besides the fact that I landed at nighttime when it's pitch black. We landed upright this time. That was so scary doing it in the dark. I still can't see anything. That was first try too. Don't really know how I'm gonna get a moon rock because it's dark. Actually, I have a better idea. Let's just do this. Much better. I planted a flag and explored a bit. What's this thing? Oh, I need a scanning arm for one of these. Oh well. After I got the moonstone, it was time to go home. Uh-oh, we're coming over land, okay. Strangely this time, I had a ton of fuel left, so re-entry wasn't an issue. Okay, this might actually be possible. I'm gonna have to land again, but that's whatever. Got some nice flat ground. And we are landed. Nice. Another 600 science. Definitely need electronics for the extra science. With the science, I unlock some parts that make the trip worth the while. And command modules. The rocket that I've been using was called the Titan III, and it had 5 stages. This is the re-entry module. Its job was landing me safely back on Kerbin. Next up was the lander, which, as you might have guessed, was supposed to land on Duna. It also was supposed to get me back to Kerbin. Then we have the transfer stage, which was just supposed to get me from Kerbin to Duna. This stage was meant for putting me into orbit, and lastly the main stage was meant for putting me into space. Now it was time to go to Duna, or Jebediah. Once I got into orbit, all I had to do was wait. Once everything was lined up, I started burning. I went into orbit and got an Ike encounter so that I could get more science. Once I was done, I headed towards Duna. Ooh, okay. Duna. After I was done worshipping the sun, I went exploring. Blueberries. Where is a Duna stone? I found one. Yes, now is a good time to take a nap. I won't hit that if I were you. I would. Okay. Great job, you broke the engine. Once I was done gathering science, the only thing left to do was planting the flag. All that was left to do now was return. I put myself into orbit, and I'd have to stay there until the next transfer window. In order to get the last bit of boost back towards Kerbin, I needed to move the heat shield so that it wouldn't get in the way. It took me a while to get a good looking trajectory, but once I did, I started time warping. Once I got close to Kerbin, I moved the heat shield and prepared for re-entry. I raised the thrust limiter and attempted landing. We're back. And we're alive. 4,000 science! And with the science, I unlocked everything that I could on the tech tree. Congratulations, you made it to the end. Where do you guys want to see me go next? Let me know in the comments. Goodbye.